Industry plant is one of those insults I hear going around in drawing and art communities online. Someone who, quote, came out of nowhere that got a bunch of attention all at once, despite in most cases already having a pre-established fan base, well, beforehand. This artist, however, is not the case, though I probably won't even use the term industry plants, which is why the title on the video has it in quotes. But hello, I'm Dovin, this is my friend Samantha, and we're gonna be deep diving into GOOMMYMUFFIN.
And I know some of y'all want to dive into muffin specifically.
But also I'm gonna talk about my trip at MomoCon 2025 in this video, because I don't like making travel vlogs, and actually does tie into the main subject of this video. Also, YouTube is a visual medium, so don't forget to look up the screen once in a while, you know, just take a look at what we're doing.
I know you're eating your drawing, which, since I got your attention, you better tell us what you're doing. You'll get a heart when we see your comment.
Also, I hope you like my new outfit. It's the summertime when this video's out, and as you can see from the fan behind Samantha, it's pretty hot over here.
Having all this fur during the summer sucks ass, and not in the good way.
GOOMMYMUFFIN is a multi-platform account that sprouted up in April 2025 and slowly started to cross-post on a couple of places: Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. They call Twitter X, which I mentioned because that's just weird.
Wait, they actually call it X? That's only something a plant would do. No, not that kind.
GOOMMYMUFFIN is a cartoon about a mouse scientist and a ghost cat doing wacky things. That's it. Now, in terms of industry plantness, people noted two animations posted one day after another that got a lot of attention. Posted May 12th and May 13th respectively. Now, if you're not an artist, posting two animations of length this quickly would mean the artist is cracked, or maybe there's a bit more behind the scenes. Or they just made stuff beforehand and just released it when they were finished. That could also happen. Well, the following list is private on TikTok. On Instagram and Twitter, it isn't. People know that they follow some toy companies as well as BuzzFeed animated creators. Well, some would assume that means it's a BuzzFeed thing specifically. I really don't think so. At least for now. Although, say, Chicken Nuggets doesn't say in the Twitter bio they're under the company, BuzzFeed actually has a website that lists its current animations, and GOOMMYMUFFIN is not listed. Perhaps Goommy is friends with these creators, they just like the creators' works, or maybe they're even one of these creators themselves. Like, what if BuzzFeed has a secret policy you can't create any other show while they're under the label, or else they own the show, so they just hide where they are? No, I'm just kind of like spitballing ideas. But what I could assume is that the creators are maybe somewhat known, and this is a secret project that only some people actually know about. Presumably from higher follower accounts that first retweeted this from whoever they are. To go with some fears people had, May 14th, 2025, they said,
"We didn't expect the misunderstood. No company or studio behind. We are just two indie artists mashing up in a funny side project. Thanks for the support, y'all."
And my first response was, okay, who are you? And I can't believe people are taking this at face value, because there's also people taking this at face value. Now, I can't guess specifically who the artist is, as if it is actually two people, or a team, you can just make a new art style from what you regularly make. Though some tweets did poke fun at the idea that the artist behind the account was -8. You know, an artist known for his Shy Guy memes and admitting that he has pedophilic thoughts. -8 still posts on Newgrounds and YouTube, and seem to be doing fine, actually. So unless they want to get their characters out there with the stigma of their account name, then I'm unsure why they'd just make a new account and not just post it on their regular accounts. Though like Listlonk on Twitter, I don't think you should look at a random art style and say, yeah, I think a pedophile drew that. Actually, going back to the industry plant thing, saying that feels like an insult, but also kind of like a compliment. You know what I mean? Like, your artwork looks like a team of people made it, even though we don't have proof of anything, and could actually just been one or two people making this by themselves.
Yeah, okay, but like, why does any of this matter?
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, this is just a cat and a mouse animation thing with some brain rot memes. Why does it matter if people like it? Like, yeah, if a pedo made it, then that's bad, but this can just be some random artist or something wanting their name away from it to see how it goes. Authors do this all the time. Sometimes female authors use male or gender-neutral names to get their words not judged by their gender.
I think that's a bigger part, I suppose, I haven't talked about yet. There just aren't any names attached to this. Part of supporting artists online is knowing that there are real people drawing your favorite characters. While they may not share much information about themselves, each artist at least exists in some form or another. Without that connection, there is a mystery on who that person is, or team, people, whoever they could be. And personally, why would you want to support something that has no humans behind it? It's no different than liking and supporting content farms because you like the characters. Artist and Twitter mutual Exploshi actually touched upon this or applying the Juno when another artist and mutual friend of mine. Exploshi said,
"I like following individual creators working hard to show off their unique flavor of art, instead of seedy, dishonest content factories like this, with huge amounts of money being poured into them that analyze trends and pounce accordingly."
Well, Juno responded,
"I mean, I don't know. If the artists are getting paid a decent wage, I don't really mind. I don't really get how this is much different than a TV show."
I don't bring this up as like, aha, I see you two fighting, we put a spotlight, rather just leads us into another good subject I want to discuss in this video. The big difference is that a TV show has public artists being named, or at least when they are named, of course. There is still a creator with a vision, there are directors, writers, and artists all working on the show to bring the vision to life. Though of course the show might have notes to appease the suits, the show still has real humans you can point to and say, yeah, Someone worked on that. And even though they're hiding the artist, it doesn't negate the talent of whoever actually drew the characters. I mean, you can like the project and overall idea. Like, I think the Goommy characters have fun designs and the animations are pretty cool.
Hey, it's like that meme you show in your videos, that artist versus artist you don't like personally. Damn, that's such a good post right there.
Oh yeah, you're very right. But although I like the designs, would I draw fan art of them? No, I don't think so. And would I give them money? Definitely not. I like supporting artists I can see, artists whose journeys online I want to see thrive. Especially when creators work on larger projects and you get to see each individual's name show up on the credits. I always love it when artists get to show off their hard work on Twitter going, ah, there I am, look, there it is. At the release of this video, I actually worked on the Good Enough music video by Kitten Sneeze as a compositor, and yeah, it was great to see my name roll up in the credits. So to see projects like Goommy, perhaps I just can't relate as to why they wouldn't want to name the people who are actually on the project. For this video that you're watching, this rig and even Samantha's rig were made by me, Samantha's voiced by Valentine VA, and the 3D backgrounds are made by Bengoso. While you can see this in the description of my video, I like to be open about these things and how the videos are made, because I'm proud of how everything comes together, you know, to work with friends and execute an idea.
Yeah, we're doing a pretty bang-up job here, but you should eventually draw my character holding a beer. I'm getting thirsty over here.
Speaking of friends, this is part of the video where I'm going to talk about MomoCon, by the way. I was a guest at MomoCon 2025. I got to do 3 panels with my friend Sawa JJ and That Creepy Reading. It was fun to talk with the audience and fans after the show, as well as getting recognized at the convention floor. It's very heartwarming to see how my work affects others and how people generally like what we're doing here. And of course, during the convention, I ate some great ramen and shawarma, so like if you're in that area, you should definitely go to these places. And when I patrolled the artist alley, I bought some prints from artists on the floor. It was great to support artists personally, and even getting them to sign their actual hard work. It's always nice to chat with people about their nice art and see artists thrive both IRL at conventions and especially online. I would even get to talk with YouTuber and artist friends on the floor, like Jake Neutron, Kitten Sneeze, Daniel Barnes, Terrific Tariq, Tomato Sauce, and especially my friend Val, who voiced Samantha, like I mentioned before. Oh yeah, I was dressed up as Jack, so if you saw that, yeah, that was me. That human connection is why I love talking about art and creation online. The passion and hard work seen through music videos, animations, even art pieces themselves, is part of their journey growing as a storyteller in the visual medium. And sometimes you can get as good that you are a guest at a convention to further share the love of your craft with your fans. So when I see accounts like GOOMMYMUFFIN, I sort of see it as a somewhat hollow experience. Art that is created without a visible soul.
Hey, what about artists that just don't talk online? Like people who post without saying much about their life. What do you think about them?
Actually, yeah, I should clarify that this isn't to be confused with like reclusive artists who don't post that much. You know, the ones that only post their work and don't really talk about themselves, they just focus on their art. Obviously, they're still attached to a username with maybe some OC characters here and there, with the main focus of the accounts just being their art. But if artists like them, or even just more public ones, you can still tell what they like to draw, what interests they have, and how they want to be perceived in the world.
I mean, look at me. You can clearly tell Dovin likes drawing dogs.
To circle back a bit regarding the industry plan idea, there could be that fear that the creation was not designed out of love, but by committee. That the artist saw works on Twitter and the greater art space and want to hit all the notes as they can appeal to the lowest common denominator. And obviously, that is a wild conspiracy with no proof, as it could just easily be that these are actually characters made by a person and not a team people. I mean, it's like 2 people, but like, you know what I mean, like a larger team people. And as an aside, I didn't know where to put this, but someone on 4chan kept spamming the Goommy OCs, comparing it to Looney Tunes, like promoting it as an ad, but without an ad. Maybe it was the creator or a fan, but if their job was to get more people talking about it, like this video, I suppose it worked. But right now we're gonna take a second and see what the fans thought, because I asked y'all what you thought of it, and here's some of your responses. Wow.
Literally, they have done nothing wrong that we currently know of. If people don't like them, that's fine. But it's low-key annoying every single person I see on Twitter keeps joking about how they're -8 in disguise, or they botted their likes, or whatever reason they can think of, because they just don't want to accept the fact that they can just dislike an artist and move on with their day. I like the art style, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that they make try too hard sometimes. They look like they could have really cool lore to them, but that opportunity is lost when they rely on modern brain rot and shitposting. After their last animation, I assume they have tried to fix that. Even if it is a quote-unquote plant. If it's not posting anything offensive, and the actual artists behind it are being paid, I don't really see an issue. It's a basic style, not much of my thing, but there's nothing really wrong with it.
In the the end, this is just the start of whatever this project is supposed to be. However, videos like this and all the attention on Twitter, I suppose all press is good press for this animation. It would actually even land itself on Know Your Meme just because people kept calling this thing an industry plant. But at the end of the day, there's really little to go upon, and all I can really say is, yeah, that's a nice art style. Probably won't support it because I don't know who's behind it, and if you want to, sure, that's fine, I guess. I don't know, what do you think of this, Samantha?
I think all the people butthurt about them getting so popular should just create their own stuff. It's not like people only support one artist ever, so spending all of your time complaining about this artist distracts from your own stuff. Yeah, they may have some sort of backing from friends or whoever, but that doesn't negate your art and characters. Who actually cares that some twink mouse and ghost cat are getting a bunch of likes when you can also be out here drawing your own twink or ghost whatever? While they may be held back by some mystery of whoever they are, you can continue your art journey with your own silly characters. Make animation memes, draw reaction faces, or even fan art of creators you actually like and support. While this is a silly video going over some rabbit hole of a nothing burger, the biggest takeaway is that in an age of actual industry plants and AI assholes, you should still strive to create and tell your own stories. No one can take away your creative drive, and if seeing something like this get successful upsets you, just block them and focus on your own craft. Only you can be the one to tell the story of your wacky characters, and I cannot wait to see what you do with them.
Oh wow, that's like really well put. I didn't know you were this passionate about animation online.
Actually, I find it funny that a bunch of people got mad at this thing, but also would prefer less people complaining on the internet, like drawing is a more productive thing to do, that or drink beer, and watch cartoons on YouTube. That's also fun.
Oh, speaking of fun, you actually got some fan arts. Have you seen it yet?
Oh damn, really? Is it on the screen right now, and are the artists directly credited?
Yep, look at all this cool fan art on screen right now. And if you have any fan arts, just tag me on Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever, and I can show it in a future video. I think that's enough art drama stuff for today. Let's just go back to whatever we were doing before the subject. And what was that again?
We were watching Switch 2 day one fails from people breaking their consoles and peeling off the protective film.
Oh, you definitely got to put that on. But oh, we got it in this video. Thanks for watching. Keep on drawing, and don't forget to have a good day. Did you love the video yet?